What does it look like when a creator sits with their screen, staring at the views on something they made, obsessing over likes, over virality, over numbers that appear to not be moving? And even when the views come, they come small. It feels like throwing a needle into an ocean, like screaming in a room full of people and no one turns around, like being completely unseen. Yo, what's up my people? How's everybody doing out there? I hope you are doing fine. Today I am talking about something that I have feared for a very long time, and it's also something that I am recently learning how to overcome and not stress about. It is the fear of creating but being unseen. You know, as a small creator, it is very easy for your content to get lost on the streets of the internet. You make a post today, in the next 7 days it is still at 1 view. Most times if it pushes a bit, you get like 20 views, and it doesn't pass that point. You are stuck with 100 followers for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Your follower count does not go up. That is what I'm talking about today. It is one of my biggest fears as a creator. The idea that I would make content and it doesn't go anywhere, nobody sees it. This video is very dear to my heart because it feels like I am talking about my healing experience. I will call it an illness, this whole mindset of chasing virality, chasing the big numbers. There was a time I was so obsessed with seeing K, the letter K, attached to every digit on my content. 100k followers, 10k followers, 20k views, 50k views, 100k likes, 100k, like just digits that had K attached to it. There was a time I was chasing this. All I wanted was that feeling of joy that comes with making a post and you see that your post is doing well, you have a lot of likes, you have a lot of comments. I felt discouraged at some point. It felt like, what was the essence of making content if I would make the content and I would only be the one to see it, or maybe my very close friends that I sent the link to that would see it. It is one of those things that almost made me not start a YouTube channel, because I had this thought in my head, who is going to watch my videos? When I post these videos, who is going to watch it? What will people say? 1 year ago, some very incredible creators, who are also some of my favorite creators on the internet, came together and started a podcast for creators called Creatorium.
And that's why we started Creatorium, to create a space where creators are seen, supported, and empowered to show up authentically and to build sustainably with longevity.
It was founded by Salem King, Adora Lumina, Mofe Ade, and Karishma Chugani. Ever since the inception of this podcast in May 2025, my life as a creator has received so much direction. Many of the guests that has been brought to speak on this podcast have answered so many questions that has given me clarity for my journey as a creator. Even their Dear Creator series, where Salem King and Adora answer questions pertaining to creators. Watching and listening to those episodes has given me so much flow, so much light for my journey as a creator. One of the mindset shifts I had from listening to the Creatorium podcast is that I no longer chase going viral. Instead, I am learning to build value and put those value in my content, that my content becomes worthy of 1,000 likes and 1,000 views, 1,000 followers. My content is not something that just gets a one-time blow up and dies down. I am no longer seeing my content as something that just needs to blow up and vanish again, but something that attracts, hold people down because of the value I am offering. Also, with the learnings from the Creatorium podcast, I am understanding the importance of consistency and structure for my content, because a lot of us small creators, or let me say young creators, we have this notion that I need to make videos every day, or I need to post every day to be able to attract people to stay on my content. But something I've found and something I have learned through listening to this podcast is that consistency doesn't need to burn you out. Like, you don't need to get burnt out because you are trying to be consistent, because not everybody can post every day. I can't make YouTube videos every day. It is the reason why I now picked Sunday, that I must make sure I post every Sunday at 6 p.m. This is me having a structure and having a routine. So keeping up with that routine is my consistency. Another big mindset shift that the Creatorium podcast helped me get was this fear I mentioned that I had. I always feared the silence that came with posting a content. Like I said at the start of the video, when I make a post and for 7 days there is no change, there is no views, there is no like, I am now learning to sit with that silence. I am now learning to appreciate even the smallest number that comes with it. Now, instead of worrying about virality, instead of worrying about the big numbers, I am taking my time to build my content to a point where I no longer need to beg for the attention. My content now carries the value. My content now has a reason for people to actually stay and want to see more of what I have to put out there. I no longer fear silence for my posts. It is why I really do appreciate everybody that takes out time to watch my videos. If this is your first time coming across my video here, please do well to subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. Share the video. I really do appreciate every one of you that takes out time to share these videos, to drop a comment. I enjoy reading every comment on the video. Yeah guys, I will see you guys next week for another video. Please subscribe, click the button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.